Imagine the intensity of a violent storm, with deafening thunder and cutting rain, and then realize that this exact chaos is happening inside your head. Every day, through every decision and every moment of silence, thousands of thoughts compete for your attention like warriors in battle. In our modern era of social networks, your brain is constantly bombarded with stimuli news, videos, and memes creating an untamed internal tempest. However, Miyamoto Musashi, one of the greatest samurai in Japanese history, mastered the art of taming this storm. He achieved something far more valuable than combat victory: inner peace amidst chaos. By learning his secrets, which took him decades to discover, your mind will never be the same again. Before we dive into the first lesson, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and activate the bell to stay updated on our new content. The first lesson focuses on the invisible enemy. Musashi identified this as the enemy that doesn't bleed, something you cannot touch or see, but which defeats you daily. This is the feeling of emptiness after hours on social media, the procrastination of important calls, or the brilliant 3 a.m. idea that seems foolish by morning. This isn't necessarily laziness or ADHD. It is your mind waging war against you. Musashi discovered that the mind exists in two states: the warrior spirit, which is focused and present, and the ghost spirit, which dwells in the past, the future, and possibilities that never existed. Since the past is gone and the future is a mystery, only the present gift exists. You must ask yourself, which of these two spirits is controlling your life right now? In the second lesson, we explore Musashi's legendary unique cut technique. Just as he could decide a jewel in seconds with one precise movement, your mind needs the same precision to overcome overthinking. The secret is that when a paralyzing thought arises, you have exactly 3 seconds to cut it. Do not negotiate, analyze, or hesitate. Simply cut it out. This is not about trying to stop thinking altogether, but rather about refusing to feed the thoughts that weaken you. As Musashi said, a warrior fights with clarity rather than anger. By being surgical with your thoughts, you stop your mind from paralyzing you and finally recover control. The third lesson involves a silent morning ritual. Every day before dawn, Musashi would sit in silence for 10 minutes, not necessarily to pray or meditate, but simply to be present. He viewed this as a strategy rather than just spirituality. When a lake is turbulent, you cannot see the bottom, but when it is calm, everything becomes crystal clear. You can transform your days by dedicating your first 10 minutes to silence. No cell phones, no news, and no endless task lists. Don't try to empty your mind. Instead, let thoughts pass like clouds without clinging to them. Afterward, choose your most important task and do it first. Clarity is the superpower that school never taught us, yet it prevents us from constantly changing our minds and failing to finish what we start. Your mind will invent 1,000 emergencies to distract you, but you must ignore them, as this is your first duel of the day. Finally, the fourth lesson highlights the power of quick decision-making. Musashi never spent more than 30 seconds analyzing a situation because he understood that a good decision executed is better than a perfect decision merely imagined. We often suffer from the restaurant dilemma, spending 20 minutes on a menu only to be dissatisfied because we are trying to predict a future that doesn't exist. Musashi's 30-second rule is simple: 10 seconds to understand the situation, 10 seconds to view the options, and 10 seconds to decide and act. While it may not apply to every single scenario, it works for 80% of the decisions you postpone daily, from sending a difficult message to signing up for a new course. Often, the most significant decisions in life do not require hours of deliberation. Instead, the big things are usually decided in just a few seconds of courage. Many people make the mistake of waiting for endless preparation, but trust actually comes from action, rather than waiting until you feel 100% ready. As the legendary Miyamoto Musashi said, "To doubt is to have already lost." This is because taking action, even if the first option isn't perfect, provides you with the information you need, and information ultimately gives you the power to succeed. Beyond action, a true warrior must master the art of ignoring distractions. Just as a samurai in combat must ignore the wind, the sun, and the noise of the crowd to focus solely on where the opponent will attack, you must create a circle of relevance. Inside this circle, you place your family, health, purpose, and personal growth. Outside the circle, you must learn to ignore the opinions of others, social media drama, and unnecessary comparisons. It is not about being insensitive. It is about being strategic with your mental energy. Musashi taught that any energy spent on something irrelevant is energy stolen from what is essential. To transform this knowledge into reality, you must undertake a practical 7-day samurai challenge. On day 1, practice the single cut by stopping paralyzing thoughts within 3 seconds. Day 2 involves a silent morning ritual with one clear priority, while day 3 focuses on making small decisions quickly. On day 4, you must strictly define your circle of relevance. Day 5 and 6 focus on conscious breathing and single tasking, while day 7 requires you to accept your imperfections and turn them into action. Remember that the path of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the real journey of the samurai is a lifelong pursuit of self-perfection. Ultimately, the true warrior is not the one who always wins, but the one who never gives up. Your mind will naturally create excuses, false emergencies, and whispers of incapacity, but you now have the tools to cut through these parasitic thoughts. Do not wait for Monday or for a time when you feel ready. You are judged by the actions you take, not the thoughts you have. The samurai within you is waiting for you to stop putting things off and start living. Conquer the thoughts that hold you captive, and you will inevitably conquer your life. Keep your mind sharp and your spirit unbreakable.